Dear friends, today we will be discussing about the muscles or the intrinsic muscles of the hand. How many of you have thought that about the number of the muscles of the hand? It is 20 in number. In this video, we will be trying to cover these muscles with their numbers, location, and their action and how they are named. Here you have the palm muscles exposed. Let's have a closer look. Now that is you can make out the skeleton of the hand here, and here is your little finger. This is the little finger and this is the thumb. So in relation with the thumb and the little finger, there are two eminences. The eminence which related to the thumb is the thenar eminence, which you can very well make out proximal to your thumb in your hand. Similarly, the eminence which is related to your little finger is the hypothenar eminence, which also you can make out in your hands. Now, there are three muscles. Obviously, there are three muscles in this eminences. In the thenar eminence, you have an abductor, a flexor, and a deep opponens. And the name will be related to its action followed by the location, that is a pollicis here. And if there is only a intrinsic muscle is there, it will be called as brevis. As you can see, there is abductor pollicis brevis and flexor pollicis brevis. So that means if there is a brevis, that means there is a longus. That is what you have to understand. Here this is opponens pollicis. That means it is a unique muscle. There is no brevis or longus for this. So this is what you have to understand. So you can see the flexor, abductor and opponens related with the thumb, and the action is obvious from the name of the muscles, and the location is also added as an adjective. Now let us look at the little finger or the hypothenar eminence. It's very simple to understand. These are the same muscles, but only the name is changed to digiti minimi instead of pollicis in the thumb. So you have the abductor, flexor and opponens, which is not shown here, which is seen deep. We will be seeing it in the next slide. So that means if you look at the script here, you can see there is this three thenar muscles and there are three hypothenar muscles. Now let us look at the other muscles which can be appreciated in this picture. Can you make out this white structure? These are the tendons of the deep or flexor digitorum profundus, or the deep flexor tendons are what you see as a white stripes. So these are the tendons of the flexor digitorum profundus, from where you can see the lumbricals. See, these are worm-like muscles arising from the radial aspect of the the flexor digitorum tendons, profundus tendon, and is traveling towards the radial aspect and is going it's all this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it is going dorsally. It is crossing the metacarpophalangeal joint and MCP, and it is going dorsally to get inserted to the dorsal digital expansion. So these are the 4 lumbricals here. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more muscle you can appreciate here is a adductor, adductor pollicis. Here you can see the adductor pollicis. There's a adductor pollicis which is located, which helps in the adduction of the thumb, as the name implies, adduction of the thumb, adductor pollicis. So this is an extra muscle which you can see here. Okay. So now let us see what is the count of the muscles now. Now here I am going back to the script again. That is, now we have total of 11 muscles. That is 3 thenar, 3 hypothenar, 4 lumbricals and 1 adductor pollicis. Total of 11 muscles. Now in this we are trying it difficult to appreciate the opponens muscles, isn't it? So here you can see hardly make out the opponens pollicis, and here the opponens digiti minimi is deep to this. So it is actually kind of hidden down. So, and of course the adductor pollicis also. Let's go to a next picture where you can make out these muscles in a better view. For that you have to take out the superficial muscles. If you take out the superficial muscles, we can get a better view of those three muscles. Look at this. Now here all the superficial muscles has been taken out and you can have a very good view of the deep muscles. You can see the thumb here. Let's see revise. Okay, thumb is here. This is the little finger. So related to the thumb, all the muscles will be named as pollicis, 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 pollicis. Okay. So here you can very well make out the opponent's pollicis. Okay, this is the opponent's pollicis and this is the adductor pollicis. You can see two heads for the adductor pollicis, a transverse head and an oblique head. So if adductor pollicis pulls, the thumb approximates with the other four fingers. Now similarly, you can also make out the opponent's digiti minimi here, which is a deep muscle here. All right. So that means again, once again, a reminder, we have covered 11 muscles in the thumb. Now let us see, there are this muscle. These are the interosseous muscles. There are 4 plus 4, 8 interosseous. So the muscle count becomes 11 plus 8, that is 19. Now here you have the dorsal interosseous and B is a palmar interosseous. A very simple way to remember the, the action of this muscle is to understand that the palmar interosseous adducts, AD ducts, and opposite action is dorsal interosseous abduct. How to remember this? let's make out a simple mnemonic. PAD, pad. P palmar, AD adducts. So palmar adducts. Now if you look at this picture, you can clearly make out how this happens. See, look at the insertion of this interosseous. They are inserting in towards the middle finger. So this middle finger is the reference point. Okay. So this middle finger is the reference point and other finger moving towards the middle finger is called adduction. So now that means if this is adduction, so movements towards the middle finger is adduction, the palmar interosseous has to insert towards the side of the middle finger. Correct? Okay. So here you can see, so there is also, it's not shown here, but it said that there is also an adductor for the thumb. So that's not shown here, but if it is there, it will be happening here. So you can make out 1, 2, 3 and 4 adductors. All right. Palmar, you can say palmar adductors, PAD, palmar adductors. So now you can very well make out dorsal interosseous will be doing the opposite action. And for the same, first thing you have to do is to fix the middle finger. As we know, as I said, for adduction and abduction, the middle finger is the reference. So what the dorsal interosseous does is it will fix the middle finger from both sides. Okay. So now what happens? The other two fingers, that is, here is the index finger and this must be the ring finger. So index finger and ring fingers are made to move away from the middle finger, right? So okay. So for that purpose, look at the insertion. Insertion is outside or towards the periphery. So very well we can count the dorsal interosseous 1, 2, 1 to the index finger, 2 and 3 on either side of the middle finger, and 4th dorsal interosseous towards the to the periphery of the ring finger. So this is how the interosseous. So let's come to the counting part. So they have 4 plus 4, 8 interosseous. The total becomes 11 plus 8, that is 19. The last muscle is actually a superficial muscle, that is the muscle is attached to the skin rather than bones. So here this muscle is called as a flexor, this muscle is called as the palmaris brevis. So where is it seen? So if you look at your palm, okay, now let us see once again. So this is your, as I told, this is the thenar eminence and this is the hypothenar eminence. And if you look at this part of the hypothenar eminence, when you fold the hand or when you make a fist with the hand, you can see this area is getting kind of crumbled. So this is because of a small or a superficial muscle or a muscle which is attached to your skin called as the palmaris brevis. Okay, so that is, see, look at the palmaris, this is the palmaris brevis, and that forms the 20th muscle. So 19 plus 1, 20 muscles are there, which are the intrinsic muscles of the palm. So for more videos like this, please subscribe, support and share, and please give your comments for any improvements. Thank you.